Hello, let's do the daily Fusele number 9. And so our twists today, we've got the guess anything but a real word, don't get yellows, must repeat a letter, the symbol, make your bets now if there's going to be a blue letter in my symbol guess here. Will I even make it there? Maybe I'll get it in 3. 3 incognito tiles again. Seems to be almost always 3. 1 tile's a lie, and then obviously nothing on the last guess. So I've been liking like the TRSNLN start for this clue. So let's just start with that. We don't have any forced letters today, so that's good. Nothing from that. Okay, that probably narrows it down quite a bit, to be honest. I'm not really sure what to guess here. I mean, we're only going to get greens from it, so what is actually available? You know, if I do enough E's, if there's an E in the word, there's a chance I'll hit a green. I wonder if that would be a good strategy. Just use a lot of the same letter. I don't know. I mean, I could do something like beefy, but I don't like the B and the F there. Maybe, is meaty a word? No, meaty is a word, but I don't... Actually, meaty is not a word. Well, meaty is a word, but I don't need the T. And that doesn't... Do I want to double up the E? Maybe I do. I mean, there's eerie, but I don't need the R. It feels wrong to use a gray at this point, but it could be worth it to try to place that E. Let's see how that goes. My instinct is telling me it's wrong, and it probably is, but maybe I'll get a green E? Nothing. I literally learned nothing from that. Okay, well, now I have to repeat a letter, so let's just assume there's no E for now. I think these 2 slots an E can easily be in, but we have to repeat a letter, so maybe something like chick. We'll test that I in somewhere else. Still 0 info. Okay. Symbol clue. What do we want to do here? How about something like moody? I'm kind of just running out of things to guess here, so let's give it a try. I got a blue clue. I got 2 blue clues. Oh. What's the song from Blue's Clues? Oh no. Okay, I'm not gonna sing it. But I got the Y. It's green. Different letters go in these blue slots. So it's this one doesn't get an O because obviously it would be green. So this is a D or an M, and then this slot is an O or a D. So I'm wondering if it's something like D something M something Y. What would that be? And there would be no O in the word. This could be EY, otherwise there's no E in the word. But this doesn't look very good to me. I don't know what this would be. So the other option would be to put a D here, but then we'd have to start with O. And it's not oddly for a number of reasons, but the most important reason is this one would have been blue if it was oddly, not this one, because it prefers the left one. So other than oddly, I can't think of a word this would be. I could put an M here. Again, not seeing a word starting with O that does this. This is very interesting. I really feel like we probably start with D. You know, what I should probably do is just find out if there's a D and an M in the word. And I can do that by filling D and M here. I just need to find a word that does that. Or I can swap them. Swapping them is worse though, because I know there's not a D fourth. I guess there technically could be a D second, but not really. No, there can't be a D second actually. It would have to start with DD. That's not going to happen. So it doesn't really matter what order I do them, but I'd like to know if there's a D and an M in the word. Or I could see if there's an O in the word by just putting an O here. It will be yellow. Maybe. Actually, it doesn't have to be yellow. We could start with O and then have an O there. But either way, or I could put the O here and put a D there, but I feel like this is more info. Or I could put an M here. I just need to think of a word that does this. I feel like swapping these I'll have a much better chance. Okay, so if I put the O here and the M here, what could I do here? I think something like loamy might be a word. It is. So let's just do that. I placed an M, which is weird. That means there must be It must end with MMY. And the word is dummy. Nice. That was actually really good. Let me explain why it had to be that way. If there's an M here, and this wasn't blue, that means this M would have been blue earlier. There was another M earlier than this that showed up blue for this M. It's not this one because it would have been green. So it had to be this one. We had to end in MMY at that point. And then we knew there wasn't an O in the word, so this blue had to be the D. And then of course, dummy is the only word that does that. D something MMY. So, wow. From nothing to, yeah, these symbol clues are super powerful if you can get some blues. That's why I wanted to show them. Anyway, we have a whole nother puzzle to solve, but this was really good. I really, really liked that solve, despite getting it in 6. All right, so let's switch to the blind Fusele. Okay, we have to start by filling AC in here. I mean, that's fine. We can't start with dummy, but honestly, I'm not that upset about that. How about something like knack? Why not? Double the K. Now we get a lie. All right. If I do stare, maybe I can catch that A in a lie. I think it's better to move the A anyway, though. Where do I want to move the A to is the question. How about table? I think table will work well. Okay. So I tend to believe this A. I think the T or the L is lying. So what do we get? Orange hints now? That actually might work well, because if I do my favorite sissy, this will tell me if the T goes in either of these slots. It doesn't tell me if T is at the end. Actually, let's go switch to alphabetical. T is not in range of the Y. But if there is a T and one of these are orange, that's probably where the T goes. If it's not a lie. What about the L though? That green L, maybe it's worth putting something near the L there, like an O even? O's not bad. Can I come up with a different word that ends in, that has an O here, and then an S here, or something similar to S? We could even do R here. Let's double check the A there, just to make sure there's an A. So we could do something like tarot. And it's not actually that bad to do the T again here, because T is in a nice prime spot as well to eliminate the R and the S, and mostly it's the R and the S, to be honest, that I really like eliminating. So let's try tarot, see what happens. All right, so we learned what? We learned that this is an A, so the A is not the lie. We learned that this letter could be the T, if the T is not the lie. And then we learned that this is not the L. The L is the lie. Okay. The O being gray eliminated the L. So let's switch back to QWERTY here. So I think we are a T. Because these didn't end up green. So, and there is a T. So it's probably here. The O didn't eliminate the T, but the R said that T is likely here. So could we be the Atch Trap? We cannot be the Atch Trap. We could double... No, there's not... Actually, we don't know there's not more than one T. This tarot clue wouldn't tell us that. I'm tempted to guess... I don't know. We don't get these anyway. So I'm tempted to guess Batty just to see if maybe we end up being correct. It could be Batty or Fatty or Patty if it were this. Maybe P is better to get. Let's try Patty. Right, all we know is the A is still correct. We didn't learn anything. We have to repeat a letter. I'm tempted to just do Batty now and see how we do. All right, it's not A-T-T-Y. We have another symbol clue, and this is our last guess before we have to get it. So we know it's A-T here. How does this end? Maybe I should do a full filler here. Just try to see if there's more vowels in here. I think that's better than trying to get the word here, because I just don't have enough information. This L could be lying as yellow. So it could even be something like fatal. So maybe I want to test the F and the L. Maybe the L at the end. I don't really want to do fatal though, because if it's wrong, I didn't learn enough. I don't need the E. I don't think final is good. Yeah, we know there's no N from knack all the way at the start. I could test an A here just to test the fatal thing though. Final's not I mean, final's a little bit more info than fatal. Not that much, though. Could also put an L here if that's helpful. Because the last would be blue, and I could say that that maybe is an L. Like filet? No, we know the last letter's not T. Honestly, is there anything other than fatal? This first letter can't be a C, so it can't be like... I guess it wouldn't be canal, obviously. This middle letter's a T. But, I'm starting to convince myself just to guess fatal here. Fine, I'll do it. Let's do fatal. Let's just double check. Yeah, it's all possible. Oh, no. I thought for sure it would be fatal. That was a fatal mistake. Maybe not fatal. Maybe we can figure this word out. It's not an E. We know there's no E. We know there's no L now. So the lie here is that L was gray, not yellow. This is a T for sure. What vowel would this be? An I or a U? Or we'd have to put something after a T. But we don't end in Y. Ooh, look at how restricted this last letter is because of that T in the alphabetical guess. So what do we end with? Not E. Could it be an H? Thing is, it's not H. I feel like it's going to be like I or U. And then a D or something? I don't know what that would be. I'm going through the letters in my head, and... Can this be a C? No, there's no C from Knack. Okay, if this wasn't an I, it's not an O, which is because of this O here. So, what consonant could it be? I doubt it's W. It can't be another T. It could be a U or I. S. I just don't know what we'd end with. It's not really a word. D, no. G certainly doesn't make sense. H, TH is... I'd expect to end in E. Like bathe or something. That can't be a B anyway, but not ending in E makes having a TH there actually kind of difficult. Could end in I or O. No, I don't think it's TH. TJ, no way. TZ. I don't think so. TX, certainly not. TV, certainly not. So this is an I or a U. Oh, there's the word datum. That's a good word. I found a word, so I'm going to try it. There it is, datum. All right, that took a while. But yeah, cool. Well, I think I enjoyed both my solves. This one, not as much. I think I shouldn't have done fatal here. I think I should have at least done a word to figure out what vowels were in the word. But either way, I did manage to solve it. It just took a little bit longer. So whatever I guessed here ended up not mattering because I did get the answer. So there we go. How'd you do on these two games today? And of course, if you enjoyed this content, why don't leave a like and subscribe?